Hello, Cancer. This is your love and relationship reading for November 2017. Okay, I'm going to get the cards. The first card is an Ace of Cups. We have the Wheel of the Year. This is Temperance. A Five of Swords. I have the Empress. I have a Four of Cups. This is a Six of Wands. I have a Queen of Cups. Last card, a Four of Swords. And of course, there's one more card, the Outcome card. Very interesting here. Definitely water, Cancer. There's definitely water here for you. And it's pretty significant as well because we begin with that Ace of Cups here. Then there's a Four of Cups, and then there's a Queen of Cups. And you also have some cups here with Temperance. I'm intrigued with this Empress card here in the middle. For one, it could possibly mean, there's a possibility that it could mean motherhood. Okay. Sometimes when I look at the Empress card, yeah, I do see a third party, someone interfering in a relationship, the other woman. But I do get a strong feeling for some of you. There are also issues, or there's things going on with your family and marriages as well. Also, with this Temperance card, remember, water is your element. So it's pretty nice that you have this Temperance card, which is the card of balance, and it follows emotional balance, and it follows that Ace of Cups and this Wheel of the Year. So emotional shifts and changes, because the Wheel of the Year is about changes, natural changes, progressive changes in our lives that we can't avoid. It's just a natural part of the cycle of life. And so you have two very strong major arcana cards here, starting off in the beginning. And then, of course, that Empress is there in the middle. So, yeah, these three cards together are telling me about a future shift where you're adjusting. That's the big word that's coming to me. Adjustments, emotional adjustments and changes, and going with the flow. So, having said that, you have those cups. You have three strong major arcana cards. And then you have these two swords here, Five of Swords, which can indicate some sort of disagreement. It can also mean that you lost, as far as maybe an argument, you lost an argument, or you were defeated, or something you really wanted you didn't get, as far as a relationship. And that's when we have that Four of Cups as well. we have this young boy here who's rejecting this cup here. This cup that initially shows up here in the beginning. So for some of you, you might be dealing with someone who's emotionally unavailable here. And so putting these three cards together with this Empress, for some of you, maybe a conflict within your marriage, but then I'm also getting a sense of, I am getting a sense of rejection, someone pushing you away. And for some of you, it could be pushing you away for someone else, this Empress here. A disconnect with the partner. Or someone, you two are not on the same page as far as the direction of the relationship. You're ready for, some of you are ready for something more. And once again, this marriage, family issue, maybe there's some of you who want to have another child. I don't know why that came to me. But, you know, it's definitely a possibility for a few of you. So, yes, this emotional opening up, even falling in love for some of you, an emotional shift and changes. But then you run into rejection, pushing away, someone who emotionally is not ready, someone who could be a third party that's interfering, a blow to the ego. Picking yourself and getting back up. Because now in the future, we do see another shift here. Some fire, Six of Wands. And this is the card, that's definitely the card of victory here. And the Queen of Cups, more water, she's got this cup. And she's looking towards victory. She's emotionally secure. She's happy. She has hope and she has optimism about how this situation will turn out. And so I think it's pretty interesting here that, you know, even though it seems as if success is turned away from her, she is still looking towards that. And I feel like, as far as what this means for you, I think that maybe you're going to be reassured in some part that even though there's a little bit of rejection and you've been pushed away, I think that even though victory has its back turned towards you, I think that in the long term, things are going to come back your way again. They're going to turn, your luck will return, so to speak. So that's when we get here to this Four of Swords reversed. And usually, this is the card of hiding, retreat. So when I put those two swords together and I try to figure out, well, what's going on here? For some of you, this could be a breakup, a big argument, and there was a retreat. But this is reversed. Okay? And because it's reversed, it could mean that someone is staying away for the wrong reasons, that someone is holding a grudge. Sometimes it's good to take a break and step away. But when this is in reverse, someone could really stay away for an extended period of time. I get the feeling that there was a big conflict with someone's ego, not necessarily yours, but they pushed you away because of that. And like I said, I keep thinking about this Empress and why this Empress, it seems to be at the center of this shift, this change, this rejection, this pulling away, this hiding that's going on. And I do feel that in some way the Empress is the cause of this conflict and hiding and pushing away. So for those of you who are involved with someone, and I'm not necessarily talking about a long-term relationship, I think that there's some of you who are involved with someone who still has not put his or her house in order. Some of you might be dealing with an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend that's surrounding your intended partner or your current partner. But I do get a sense of someone not able to deal, not emotionally. You might feel emotionally balanced. You might feel that you're ready for this relationship. But I see this other person still dealing with drama with other people. And for that reason, there's a lot of emotional detachment on part of this person, that they're not committing to anybody right now, or they still are half in, half out. So when I see you here, I see victory on one side and this Four of Swords reversed on the other. For some of you, Cancers, I am seeing a long-term victory. It's not going to come right away. But I kind of see this as you saying, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to, if this person is not ready, or if they're, they're pushing me away, if they keep setting up all these barriers and blocks and arguments, that's fine. I can deal. I know where I stand. And sometimes that's just very necessary here. When these swords come out, sometimes it can mean a lot of anxiety. Sometimes there are issues with communication. Sometimes bad decision making. A clash between how people view reality here. And I think Cancers, it's just going to be very important here, especially with this Ace of Cups and Temperance here. You need to keep that balance and that happiness and let this person play out their mistakes, because that's what I'm seeing here surrounding this Empress. Lots of mistakes, lots of ego. And the best thing to do in this situation is not react. Don't let this person, for some of you, don't let this situation put you in an emotional tailspin where you give up all your power and you find yourself out of balance here. You want to keep the energy of Temperance with you. You can offer someone a cup. You can offer them, you can be available to someone and offer them joy and happiness. But when someone always plays the victim and they're always focused, they're always making it about them, sometimes it's just better to give up the fight here and not get into it, especially if it's over a third party or an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife. Okay? So, victory. I think that this card is still relevant. You're not, victory is not coming to you just yet. And I see sort of like some type of extended distance here. Someone is deliberately staying away. And I would even go so far as to say that with this Four of Swords reverse, someone is trying to make you sweat. Someone is trying to make you worry. Someone is trying to be passive aggressive by disappearing. So for some of you who feel like someone's playing games, trust your gut and instinct on this. Okay? But especially with these two fours here. And fours are cards about stagnation. They can be about stability as well. But when I see these two fours right underneath each other, I'm definitely getting a sense of someone who needs to grow up a little bit, and someone who needs to get over their insecurities and stop playing games and stop being um, passive aggressive and lashing out. So, having said that, let's pull your outcome card. This is the chariot. And you know what's amazing about this card, Cancer? The chariot is a major arcana card, and it is the card associated with Cancer, which I think is pretty amazing. Okay? And this is about the harnessing of two forces and being able to move forward. And I think the tarot is definitely sending you a message. The fact that this is your card, I think the tarot is definitely saying that you're going to harness your power here. And it doesn't have to be the unity of two people. It can also be the unity between your conscious, your subconscious, and your consciousness as well. But I think that's really amazing. I love it when there are messages that seem to come forward in the tarot and they all play out perfectly. And then your card comes up, your significator for your astrological sign. So you'll move forward again with this person, or even without for some of you. But I feel like you are going to be riding towards victory. You've got one horse here. The horse is riding away from you. You're looking after it. But guess what? You're going to be in that chariot soon enough by the end of the year. So Cancer, that was your reading. I want to thank everybody for your support. I look at your comments and I really appreciate the fact that the readings have had resonance with you and they've really meant something to you and they've given you a lot of guidance. So thank you for that. Also, my special for this month is that my personal video readings, which you've just watched, are $15 for the month of November. So you might want to check those out if you go to tarotbyaire.com, and especially for my new subscribers, if you want to know, check out a reading and get your own personal insight. So take care. I wish you love and light.